Yes. Yes, 2 times. I know the vibes though. She like, ooh la la. We go, ooh la la. She like, ooh la la. They go, ooh la la. Oh, they, ooh la la. She like, ooh la la. They go, ooh la la. She like, ooh la la. Looking for M's like I lost a friend. Hop up out the bed like, where's the bread? What it do, people? You're now tuned in. Popovich. Popovich TV. That's my show. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling. Back up in here one more again. So if it's your first time, then the question is, where you been? Because over here on this side, we deal with sports, hip hop, entertainment, interviews sometimes when people don't act flaky, Popovisms 101, and of course, motivation. I got mods in today. If that sound like something you can rock with, then before you diddy to the left and hit stage left, go ahead and hit the subscribe button like my girl April. Go ahead and hit the like button and smash the notification bell so when I upload the videos, you get alerted. And if it's not your first time and you've been rocking with the channel, good looking. But you know how I do. You know how I plainly start the show. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. And we is in the end game, people. And we in the end game because Lizzo, the singer, she decided to bear it all. I ain't gonna lie, you know what I mean? I like some of her songs, and you know, she's a talented entertainer. And you just have to take that for what it's worth. The thing is, you know, she has a history of being very flamboyant, very ostentatious, and pretty much it's all for sale. Like, it's all for sale. And you know, sometimes the lines can get a little blurred between what a entertainer is, and you know, body positivity, and this is the world that we live in of the modern woman. And that's you, ladies. That's a lot of y'all. So I get it. You know what I mean? Girls want to just have fun. Girls like girls where I'm from. And she just had a show somewhere. I didn't catch it, but you know, media takeout was talking about it. Obviously, it was spinning on social media, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, all that shit. You know? I say like this, maybe not for the, well, you could say ladies too now, because a lot of y'all is going down, like, you know what I mean, downtown, SWV, so you know what it is. Have you ever been with a fat chick or chubby chick or a chick on the chubby side? Then you know when they walk, you know what I mean, their legs a little wobble, a little legally wobble a little bit. And so sometimes that could cause discoloration of the inner thighs, and it could look a little different. It could look a little shaky, a little nervous, a little shaky, a little nervous. And I know what it's like, you know what I mean? This is the picture. I know this is YouTube, but my channel is not monetized, so it is what it is. You know what I mean? And she decided to bear it all, like, you know what I mean? Like, shit just crazy, crazy. And it's like, are you entertaining? Are you just throwing it in people's face just because? And it reminds me, and I talk about this often on the channel, even though a lot of times I be playing, but I don't. It's like the gay community, right? Like the people that's a part of the LGBTQZ and all that. In the gym, outside, and the men that is. You know what I mean? Obviously, women, you know, I look at different because I'm a man, you know what I mean? And I love women. So even though they may not fuck with the kid, if they got some shit on, you know what I mean? And I know it's a double standard. I get it. But some double standards is for men, some double standards for women, and sometimes you may not like it, but it is what it is. We don't make the rules. You either could follow them or you could break them. But what I mean by this, like her doing that, when you see gay men walking and shit, and they got the most craziest outfits on to let you know that they gay, and it's like, all right, we get that you're out of the closet, YMCA, and you proud, you know what I mean? Pride Week, Pride Month, Pride Year. We get that. And respect, you know what I mean? As far as human beings and being courteous, and even if I disagree, which I do, still not going to disrespect you, still not going to not be courteous. You know what I mean? Like, just the basic stuff. No regard for kids, no regard for mothers, grandmothers, elderly, people that don't want to see shit like that. That's why they have, you know, on the video games, the shoot 'em up, bang bang, the movies, shoot 'em up, bang bang, sex scenes. When you watching Power, you know, they put all the shit in the movies for your entertainment. They have those things that says parental discretion is advised, rated R, for mature audience. They have all these things for a reason, so that the parents and the people that's monitoring this can say, oh, nah, got to put the parental controls on, you know what I mean, on the internet, so you don't go on Pornhub, so you don't go on Lobster Tube, right, those type of things. Same shit should be when you going to the gym, when you walking outside. People just come out because we are truly, I believe, I don't think we're going back. You know, I don't think, you know, like what I said, everybody's talking about the good old days. The good old days is over. And if you think not, then just take a look around you. But the days of modesty and being humble, having humility, wearing a dress down to your leg, all that shit is over. They design these clothes and shit to split the butt cheeks. So when you walk in, your cheeks is jingling, baby. Go ahead, baby. You jingling, baby. And it's like, you know what I mean? You got any skin milk in them titties? New Jack City reference. Them days of covering up and doing all that's over. And also the days of people telling other people what to do and getting away with it, not getting canceled. I think them days is over. Because you'll be like, yo, bro, you walking down the street, you know what I mean, with your joint out. Like, some of these outfits and shit is crazy. And if you dare say anything, you're looked at as a hater, a homophobe. You looked at, you the one get judged, yet they are doing the egregious acts. So, you know, as far as entertainment, I don't know who paid for the ticket to go see her. Then you see online that she crying, she worrying about the weight. This doesn't help her cause. Nobody really going to take you serious. But we also in the end game. Because this Monday, so that means it's Monday motivation, motivational Monday, whether you like it or not. I am your motivational speaker. And I'm going to give you, fellas, that's you, some motivation in my opinion. It's a sad story coming out of Harlem, just like the little boy that got killed. We're going to talk about him in a second. But, so apparently, allegedly, maybe kind of, sort of, where's this thing at? No, it's right here. No, it's right here. So a couple days ago, a lady, this is why it's for the fellas, because, you know, like I give this analogy a lot. When you get your new Benz and you roll in the Benz, when you pull off the lot, you fucking notice that everybody got your car. And until you drive off the lot, you never notice it. Like, you may see it, but up here you don't see it. It's only to you, you know what I mean? You in the car now, oh, she got my car. He got my car. This old lady down the block got, everybody got your car. So this shit that I'm about to talk about been happening. Right in front of my face, probably in a lot of y'all faces. And some of y'all made us notice it or not. Maybe you got the same kind of car that I'm talking about. I said, damn, this shit happens a lot. And this is what I'm talking about. Women causing dudes to go do some wild shit to get murdered. Or come back with a wild story. You embellish it a little bit. You pump it up. Joe Budden's pump it up. You lying. And you go say some wild story, get the nigga all emotional, all like, what? You get the burner, kill these niggas. Go out, do some dumb shit, and end up getting killed. And you know, Jadakiss once said, it's rough in the GHETTO, like a lot of niggas died over a bitch all because of their ego, like, you know what I mean? And people do die over money and broads. Like, that's probably like the two highest things. Even though it may be a gun or a knife or some other shit, it's over those two things, and a lot of times it's over women. So what happened, unfortunately, in Harlem, 138th Street on Broadway, a young man came in the store, came behind the store, and I just put up a video outside, you know what I mean, where I was at. Some wild dude, drunk, not in his right state of mind, go up in the Ox store, start throwing his sodas out. I put it on the video so y'all can see it the other day. Wilding out, you know what I mean? And you can't do that to people, and you can't do that to their property. So what they did is that you want to hit people with garbage cans, then I'm going to pull out the gun, the Harlem Night reference, and I'm going to shoot you in your pinky toe. And they bust them in the head and they laid them out. This story is kind of similar. Lady came in with her daughter, 3-year-old daughter, wanted to buy a bag of chips, using her EBT card. I know what that's like. Shit don't work, PIN number's not right. Other people EBT cards, not mine. You know what I mean? It didn't work, or sometimes you may see the sign up on the store that says $10 or more, $5 for hot food. Like, you know, each store varies when it comes to this EBT shit. So the dude, what's his name? Jose Alba. You know what I mean? He told her, yo, it's not working or whatever. He tried a few times. Then she left out the store. People were saying that he snatched the chips out of the little girl's hand. I didn't see that. I'm not saying that it didn't happen. Even if it did happen, she went back, and you can hear her on the video, which I don't have that part of the video. Somebody showed me on TikTok. She's like, I'm going to go get my boyfriend. He going to come back. He going to whip your ass. He going to do X, Y, Z. And you know how it is. If you don't, then you blind to the fact. You blind, baby. You blind to the fact. That's a Heavy D reference. Rest in peace. I said, damn, where do we see this before? We see it a lot. Women get mad. You the weakest sex. You're not whipping no man ass. And you shouldn't even try. Should go get somebody. But the thing is, when it gets to the guy, if you don't have this up here. So this is what happened. There's no audio to the video, but I'm going to show you the video. And it's unfortunate. It's like, damn, this shit crazy, crazy. Shit crazy. So this is the video right here. Homie come in the store thinking he going to do whatever he want to the fucking guy. Push him. The dude is trying to stop him to save his life because he ended up getting killed, unfortunately. Whoever that is behind, that's not his girl. He telling him to mind his fucking business probably because he got this. 35 years old too, so young, push him. And that's when he grabbed the knife. You know what I mean? Stabbed him in the neck and in the chest, vicious, like shit is brutal. And you know what I mean? And after that, it was over. You see that first hit to the neck. Then obviously when the store owner or the store worker pull back, you see all the blood on the knife and shit. And this shit is horrible. He locked up though. I think he bailed out $250,000 bail. And you're gonna see this mad blood on the knife, and it's just like, yo, this shit crazy. So the thing is he wrong for defending himself? That's really up. Is he guilty? You know, well, obviously in certain laws we're not in Florida, stand your ground in certain places like that. We right here in Harlem, you know what I mean? Welcome to New York City. And the gun laws changed in New York as well. Talk about that in a second too. So the thing is, you at work, you just trying to do your job. Like I did the video yesterday where the 3 ratchet hood bitches came in there on some gangster bitch shit and they wanted some extra sauce. Ooh, you wanted some extra sauce, but you didn't want to pay that $175. Oh, so you decide to start throwing shit, breaking shit, assaulting people over some fucking sauce. In this case here, you defending your baby mama, you defending your daughter, you come in there, you come behind the register like you own the shit, you wilding, you pushing out. Some people will say like, yo, you smack me, so I hit you in the head with a garbage can. Why you hit me in the head with a garbage can? Because you smacked me. And I use this argument a lot because this is what I stand upon. When it's time to do shit, when it pops off, so to speak, you can't tell me how to react. Now, don't mean I'm not going to deal with the consequences later if I decide to take it further or to that point where you're not ready to. You smack me, I shoot you. You punch me, I stomp your face in. Like, you can't say, oh, I smacked you, so you got to smack me back. No, this is not a smacking contest. It's not a smacking fest. And them smacks be crazy when they just be standing there. You know what I mean? Smack flames out you, like smack the sweat off your face. You can't tell me how to react. Now, again, that don't mean I'm not going to deal with the consequences later in the court of law, because you will. But you can't tell me how to react. You smack me, I smack you, I'm going to beat you in the head with a bat. And I'm only using that to say, people like, why he had to get the knife? Why he had to stab him so many times? Why did he have to come in there behind the store, push him and do all the shit that he did to him? You know what I mean? He didn't have to do that. He could have came in there first and tried to talk. Like, yo, bro, you could have let, I come in the store all the time. You know what I mean? I spend my money all the time. You could have gave my daughter the bag of chips, so you know my baby mom, whatever it was. For him to come back and do that, maybe the guy was fearful of his life. We hear it all the time, you know what I mean, with the officers. And I'm not saying that's right. I'm just saying, who knows how he felt? You know what I mean? Maybe he felt like, oh shit, I'm trapped in like an animal, trapped in and sitting in the seat. There's no way for me to get out. What if this dude stabbed me up? What if this dude just pull out and just do something crazy to me? That's why as soon as when he got up, he reached for the knife. And you could say that's, what's the word? Court of law? Premeditated. Because the girl already like, yo, I'm going to get my boyfriend. He going to come back and he going to beat your ass. Maybe he like, oh shit, I know this crazy nigga. Maybe he's a local, you know what I mean, knucklehead known for that, even at 35. So let me just put this here for safekeeping. And if I have to use it, I'm going to use it and I'll worry about it later. You hear people often in the street, you know what I mean? I'd rather be tried by 12 than carried by 6, right? For the people that don't know what that saying means, that means I'd rather be judged by 12 jurors than to be carried by 6 bullets from a handgun, like my fly cup right here. I mean, I'm going to take my chances and I'm going to take my gun with me. And if anybody do anything crazy, I'm going to lay them down and I'll just have to deal with it in the court. It's a lot of people that have that mindset. So where's the motivation at? Fellas, because this is a sad story. Daughter loses her father. Baby mother loses baby daddy. You already struggling. You in there on EBT. And I'm not judging. I know what it's like to lose. To feel so desperately that you're right, yet to fail, like Thanos. I know what it's like. And I know what it's like to be poor and not have. So I'm being funny, but I'm not. You already struggling probably. Now you lose. I mean, if he was any type of father, any type of assistance, obviously he came at the drop of a dime, so he's around. Everybody loses. This dude might go to jail for a body, caught a body about a week ago, and everybody loses all because he was hot-headed. He didn't think. He let 15 seconds of anger get him. I was, you know, sometimes you get life up north. Sometimes you go in the grave, you know what I mean? And you don't come back. And you know, once the lights go up, right, you don't come back on. This ain't a movie, you're not that strong. DMX reference? Use your brain, fellas, like Tupac on Machiavelli. Use your brain. Use your brain. It's not them that's knocking us off. It's us that's knocking us off. And we the number one culprit of black on black and murder in the street and blood, you know, spilling. A lot of times because you can't think. Now I'm going to say it's her fault. Did she exacerbate the situation a little bit? Problem so. Did she go mad? Fucking stone and try to disrespect me. You should have seen how he snatched the daughter out of Brianna's hand. I don't know the daughter's name, but I'm just imagining what she told him to make him come in all frantic, chest out, not thinking. And then this is another thing too. My grandfather, a lot of old timers, just because people was old, you underestimate them. You underestimate them, and it's a lot of old timers, women included, carrying guns. They with the shits. And they gonna let you think that you gonna just do whatever you want, and when you turn your back, blah, 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 whole that, like, you know what I mean? Whole that. And you will be sitting there leaking with all types of fucking blood coming out of you. Wu-Tang reference. Is he dead? Of course he's fucking dead. So all types of blood coming out of his fucking head. You're going to get a bad one. You're going to catch a bad decision because you're going to think that you're younger and they walking with the cane or they walking a little slower, that they're not carrying nothing to protect them. A lot of people are carrying weapons. You just don't know it. It's not a state where you're showing your shit. You're not an officer. You're not a person of the law. So yeah, yours is concealed, or obviously it's illegal. And obviously he walked right into a death trap. Nigga had the knife waiting, stabbed him up and killed him. So fellas, be smart. Not saying don't protect women. Oh God, don't say that. Because black women is the most unprotected women, and I beg to differ. I think it's the kids. In fact, I know it's the kids, and I'll argue with anybody that want to, think that I'm wrong. I say it's the kids, not the women. See what those black women did in the store. They wasn't worried about nobody doing nothing to them. They was wilding out for the night. And we see plenty of cases. Shorty then shot the cop, banged it out with the cops, like, stop it. It's the kids, unfortunately. And that's the sad part because, they're supposed to have the adults protect them and look after them. But use your brain, fellas. Don't let no woman come to you with ascertain the truth first. Know your woman. Know if she is a drama queen, and she always overzealous and lying or just being extra. You supposed to know that, or at least have some inclination of how is your woman the laid back type. Is she the loudmouth type? Is she the out type? And fuck you nigga, suck a dick and I'll go get my man and shoot you. Is she one of them chicks? Because if you know this, then he probably could have put better construction on it, and maybe he would have walked away with his life. Now let's get to this other story real quick. Like I said, the young brother that died, I did a story yesterday, but not really the story. I seen it on the news. It was like, damn, it's unfortunate. 14-year-old, and they were saying that obviously it wasn't random. The person knew him, and the person was a 15-year-old. But this is the crazy shit though. They both fucking rappers. And I'm not making light of it. I know a lot of rappers. I know people in the industry. Everybody's a fucking rapper. Like, you know, everybody's a rapper. Everybody's a singer. Everybody's a YouTuber. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Smash the notification bell. So apparently this is the 14-year-old that was killed. You know what I mean? Which is unfortunate. A rapper. A drill rapper. And the person that killed him allegedly, this is why I didn't have the name and all that, because he's a 15-year-old. They don't release this type of stuff to the public when they minors. You know what I mean? And I'll say, super sad. He got stabbed himself. That's how they end up catching him. Guess he was leaking and he fit the description, and you know, he might be going to jail. Not forever, because he's 15. And you know, when it's black on black, they don't really care. Oh, but you black. He may get 8 1/3, 25, 15, I mean, flat, something like that. Still come home in his late 30s, early 30s. That's very possible. I know people up north that got more. I mean, I got less than R. Kelly. You know, R. Kelly got 30 years. Less than him for bodies. 2 bodies. You know what I mean? And it happens, and I think it's not by chance, it's by design that they do it like that. Because we're the lesser, and because we don't really put a lot of emphasis on our own lives. Like, but why the fuck should we? He only killed another nigga. Take him off the street, give him 15 years, let him hold some aggression down, and then he'll come out 30. We might can get another 10 out of him. You know what I mean? Like, if you do something else. I just thought that was real sad. So damn, because at first you seemed like, damn, maybe he got jumped, maybe it's some gang initiation. Come to find out, both of these, I mean, look at him. 15 years old with the bands on his head, like what Ho said. We don't put money to our ears to disconnect over here, some shit like that. Something Ho said. You know, I'll be trying to quote the line so I can, you know, equate it to the shit we're talking about. But, you know, young man, whole life ahead of him, or, you know, so you thought. And there's no age limit. You know what I mean? There's no age when you see babies get shot, 11-month-old, you know what I mean? Like, your time is any time. But to think that, you know, Mano and them, Fabio, Meeks or whatever, Mino or whatever, they just sat down with the mayor of New York City. I did a show on this. A few people did it on their channel. It was spinning in the news. And it's like, we're going to educate you on what this drill shit is. We're going to really show you what it is. Then, you know, like I said, I met Mano. Shouts to Mac. He did a video with him. I shot some of the behind the scenes. And, you know, you hear him on his page talking about we're going to reverse the narrative. And this is not putting it at his doorstep. He's not even a drill rapper. But I'm saying, like, what's the plan moving forward? Like, what was the sit down for besides when the politicians kiss the black babies because they running for, you know, office? All right, you sat down with the mayor, and you take Mayor Adams for his word to try to clean the streets up. I just recently seen that he on the Supreme documentary. I haven't watched it yet, but somebody sent me a clip. They're like, yo, watch it and you can talk about it. You know what I mean? He from Queens, etc. So he grew up in the era. So he a real New Yorker. He want to clean it up, and that's why he was saying we need to ban drill music on all platforms. Will that stop the killing of, you know, rappers making songs about other dead rappers, dancing on their grave, doing dumb shit? What's the word I'm looking for? What's the fucking word I'm looking for? Aggravating them or antagonizing them through different songs and lyrics and videos so they can see it and, oh, niggas try to play us. Let's go over here and load it. Now I'll say this too. It's a person that went to jail at 16, and I've been up north a few times. Y'all know on the channel I'm not an angel. I'm fully versed, fully experienced, unfortunately, in this fuckery that goes on. Some of it was in youth, some of it was in older. Just because they 14, 15 don't mean they not with the shits. That would be a huge mistake on anybody's part to think just because, you know, they're in this age bracket that they're not doing shit. It's almost like with academic, and we talk about something else when it comes to body count, women, what's acceptable, what's a lot of bodies, what's not. But it goes to what he was saying when he was like 17, If you in college, you're gonna get the D. You know what I mean? And you think, oh, because they're 17, they're not active, they're not doing nothing. You'll be surprised. And if you're of a certain age, all you got to do is say, damn, well, what age did I get my dick wet? What age did I try to, you know what I mean? What age did I start humping and trying to become sexually active? What age was I? What age was you? What age was some of your friends? So I'm only pointing that out to say, I know what I was doing at 15. I know a lot of niggas that end up going to jail right behind me, niggas in school. I know what they was doing, and I know what a lot of other people in certain, you know, when you born in a certain era. Now we in what, Gender Z or Millennial Z, whatever the fuck this shit is. It may not be that bad, and you can compare what era you in. I think the 90s, coming up in the 90s was wild, crazy, even in now. Even, you know what I mean? Because even though they're saying the statistics is up in like robbery and gun violence and shit, it's still not like it was in the 90s. That's just my opinion, and I think I'm supported by some of the statistics. But you'll be a fool to say, damn, 14, 15, carrying guns, or they just having a knife fight. This is like some up north shit where you got no choice, and your man's like, here go the burner. When you go out to the yard, you know what I mean, try to get back on the early go back, and you see two grown men fighting with knives, or one dude got a razor and the other dude got a pick, and you already know who's gonna win that battle. Fighting it out with a knife, or maybe one of them had a knife and he got it from him and tussled. We don't know all the details, but to hear, you know, it doesn't make the story any less sad. But you know, yesterday when I heard like, damn, a 14-year-old stabbed on the train, maybe he got jumped, something like that. To hear that he was a drill rapper, so you know what drill you rapping about shit. Then the dude that stabbed him, he was a drill rapper, and now they both gunned. You know what I mean? And it's an unfortunate situation. But let's get to this other shit real quick. My time is where we at? Time is a little limited. All right, where we at? All right, so in the market of sex, you know what I mean? And Scorpios, we the best. This was what sparked the debate. Had a lot of women, had a lot of men commenting on what I call Black Twitter. You know, I'm on all social media platforms. You know what I mean? But this is the channel I rock with when I'm coming to talk my shit. So some lady named No, the Biggie Babe. You know what I mean? And this was her post. This is what I think was started the conversation. So we'll talk a little bit about it now when I give you my opinion. Sexually active for 10 years. No relationship, and only 3 a year. And this is exactly why counting bodies is utterly ridiculous. You can see it for yourself. This is her comment. This will have everybody in a frenzy, you know what I mean? And for the most part, a lot of women was agreeing with her, and a lot didn't. Obviously, the men wasn't agreeing with her. A lot of men was like, nah, that's bullshit. My quick off the top, I disagree. But I understand, and that's a difference. I disagree with what she's saying, but I understand why she's saying that. I understand why women side with her position. And like I said, for the other situation, I don't see no going back. I just don't. This is the era of, or these are the times. It's like another thing. And we are in modern times. As a kid, I seen the Jetsons and meet George Jetson, dun, 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 his son Elroy. They flying to work and they press a button, coffee is made, toast popping out, like some futuristic shit. When you were a kid, you know, in the 90s coming up, you know what I mean, or in the 80s if you're older than me, when you see 2020 and you see the stuff that's supposed to be now, that shit look light years away and you don't think of it as modern. But just like I was speaking about the car and the women and how they get a lot of men killed. Men get themselves killed over women. When I was hearing, you know, the self-proclaimed Godfather speak of modern, you know, it don't dawn on you that, yeah, we in the modern times and we far removed away from women in the long dresses and everybody's married and different value system. Them days is over. And it got me to thinking of a great movie, by the way, which is Denzel, The Book of Eli. Y'all know I believe in God. I believe in the Most High. I say my prayers every day. I never know when I'm going to be out of here, when my record there, when YouTube channel and all that shit out of here, and none of this shit matters. You never know. Today could be my last day, and tomorrow I'm like, oh shit, I was just with him yesterday. Like, whole reference. None of us know. So you live in the moment, you appreciate while you're here, you be grateful for some of us. Some of us is ungrateful motherfuckers. and we don't deserve shit, but that's really not my position to say. But this is what I want to talk about. The Book of Eli is a great movie to me. Obviously, it's based around religion, so you know what I mean? They was in the future, although it seems like they was not in the future, because they didn't have a lot of shit. You see him in the beginning of the movie, he catch the fox or the cat or whatever. He was melting it down so he can have Vaseline oil, the shit oil. And the only thing he really had that kind of let you know was from still in the future is he had the iPod. But everything, whatever happened, the sun blacked everything out. He was blind, by the way, for those that know what I'm talking about. And this is what I mean. Some of us are so far gone in the modern world. He was supposed to spend the night with the young lady and shit, the one that ended up helping him. And they was about to eat, and she just reached for the food like a savage, instead of saying, you know what I mean, thank you, Lord, for this food, or whatever you say. And he stopped her, and he like, this is, you know what I mean, our Father, thank you for this food we're about to eat. Stuff like that, even though we in 2020, you say, damn, everybody know about God. It's Christians everywhere, it's Muslims everywhere, you know what I mean, it's Jews everywhere. Like, God, the concept of God is not like out of this world. Like back in the days, like when the prophets first came, and you say, yeah, God had told us to stop worshiping, and people was like, wow, God? Well, I can't believe you. God spoke to you? It was unbelievable. So, you know, and I'm not going to go no long soliloquy about religion. I'm trying to point out the women in the body count. I'm going to bring it back to that. I'm trying to paint a picture. It was unbelievable. So some unbelievable things had to happen, and then people got faith, and you know, you fast forward. So now we in 2020, and this is the modern era. Them days of getting married and them days of caring about how many people you sleep with and relationships. To me, not to say it's for everybody it won't be found, or you can't still try to live in that vein, but that shit is over. Women don't give a fuck. They don't even want to be married. People not being married, people are getting divorced every day. I just heard of a marriage, just freshly married. And I was married one time too. So I'm experienced. I'm not just up here talking. Yeah, I'm up here with a little bit of experience. Because people always say that you never was married, how you never was in a relationship, how you going to talk about it? I agree when it comes to certain things. Can't teach people how to cook if you don't know how to cook. Can't teach me how to swim if you don't know how to swim. Things of that nature. If you don't know how to, you know what I mean, bob and weave and throw a hook, then how you going to teach me? You're not. Certain things you can, and living like the locks off experience. So I am experiencing that, and I filed for divorce in my relationship. The point is this. She said, no relationship, so pretty much I'm winging it. I'm doing what I want, living my best life. And in 10 years, if I just slept with 3 men for those 10 years, that's 30 bodies. So counting bodies is ridiculous. That's her sentiment. Like I said, I don't agree because I think bodies matter. But I understand why she would say that, why a woman would be in the back backing her. Because relationships is shit. Everybody's sugar baby, a sugar daddy. I already talked about Backpage and these secret arrangements, fully well versed, right? Not just talking. Bitches been doing this shit. Even ones in relationships, they've been selling the box. They've been for the streets. Some of them. Bringing it back to act. 17, you be like, damn, no, they're having sex at 16, 15. They're experimenting. So by the time they get to college, 18, they already got 2 or 3 bodies. Men too. The thing is it the same? It's not the same. I just seen it's a big channel on Instagram. I forget the name. I think it's Tonight Talks or Tonight Topic. And one of the ladies is like, so is it true or is it false? How does she phrase the shit? Soulmating and far as having sex and the DNA and you taking on that person's persona, you leaving it, and you know how men can just kiss you in the mouth, up you raw, and then just have no feelings, but you left with the feelings. And in those comments, a lot of the men were saying, yeah, because our organ is on the outside. Once we come out, we walking away. Women, on the other hand, yours is inside. So it hits a little different. And whether you agree or not, obviously you got porn stars, they get paid. There's no feelings involved. You have prostitution, you have sex workers, street walkers. So it doesn't fit for all women. But if you have to say, to put a number, or you can say out of 100%, me personally as a man who is experienced, I would say 75% that's true as far as women gonna have some type of feeling. Especially if the sex is good, the vitamin D, and nigga giving off the what? The big dick energy, that's the new term, right? On a consistent basis. And a man to develop feelings too, we not fucking robots, of course. Especially when it's like sunshine from Harlem Nights and you end up calling your wife like, honey, I love you, but tell the kids I'm never coming home. Because you got hit with the good, it happens. But it happens to women more, in my opinion, and in my experience. So what does that say? That says if you out here, no relationship, you riding the carousel, the dick carousel that is, you wait until you get 30, 35, 40, then you think you're going to jump off and find a good nigga or a good person. Now you want a relationship. Them chances is on a decline. I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm not going to talk like the Godfather and be like, yo, you done. It's a wrap. Because life don't work that way. Everybody's different. It's billions of people on the earth. So everybody's circumstances is different. But you can start to categorize and put statistics on certain things to get an idea or a feel for it. And I say a lot of women are saying that because they free. It's independence. It's like, yeah, we want to be like niggas is. We want to be able to have loose sex and no strings attached and just keep it pushing. The thing is, you are going to feel some type of way. Especially if you putting it down right. Money aside. Because I done joined, that's your money, son. I done had to, you know what I mean? And after the first time, no more. And they want to chill now. Now they're calling the nigga, oh, what you doing, big head? Or you coming through? You in the area? Oh, I thought I was on this wave. Now, after that first encounter, Scorpios we the best. Oh, now you want to chill now. You see what it's hitting for. Now you want to chill on the battle line. That's all the way a fact. And that happened a few times. No caps. The point is, you could try to be like, you know what I mean? Like, we're going to be different because you're a man, you want to. You could try all you want, and some women will succeed in detaching themselves from that feeling. You know what I mean? Like, we're wholesaling OEP. You put your heart in the part that spreads apart. It doesn't work that way for the guys. And again, yes, guys could be open to get put on some young joint or some older, you know what I mean? If you're a young man and some Kruger joint, you know what I mean? Do what older men do, turn you out, give you stuff you never had, put you on the sexual stuff you never did. Of course, if you like 2022 when you with somebody that's 35, 37, and they let you have the whole glory, you're like, oh shit, I'm in love. No, nigga, you just had an old joint put it on you and you just not used to what you got. So you may be a little open. It can happen. I think 30 bodies is a lot. But the thing is, we living in times where it's not. And I don't think we're going to go back. We're not going to shame no women into saying like, yo, especially putting that out on the internet. Because you know what I'm saying, right? It's all for sale. Meaning like, why go put that out there? If you want to have a relationship one day, if you want to get married one day, because men gonna view that, and you can fight it, or in Thanos' words, run from it, dread it. Destiny aroused, all the same. Or should I say, I have. And all that means is, no man, no self-respecting man, even if he's a creep on the night, and if you could like it or not, I'm just telling you what it is as a man with no lies, and I don't have a dog in the fight. No respectable man will be with a woman that was a porn star, fucked everybody, a local joint that's around the way that a lot of niggas hit, a stripper that was stripping but then go to the back room and do shit. I'm fully well versed. And they find out about it. Now, some men will, like, fuck it, I mean, she for the streets, I love her, I'm in love with her. But a lot will be like, nah, damn, you know what I mean? Especially if they know in the beginning. Now, if you lie, you know what I mean? You play another role, like you some pretty patty, you know what I mean? From Why Did I Get Married, Janet Jackson. Then 5 years later, nigga find out you was a sex worker. He may not give a fuck. He may be all in at that time. But I'm talking about up front. If you be like, yeah, I got 30 bodies, 40 bodies. Because what if it's 4 niggas a year? What if it's 5? There's no relationships involved, so you ain't you're not cheating on nobody. That's the thing, you're not cheating. So what if it's 5? That's 50 bodies in 10 years. If you dating now you're active and you dating with a purpose, and you tell a man that, they might still beat, like, and another one, they might still beat, but are they going to take you serious? Serious meaning, are they going to put a ring on it? And if you like it, should have put a ring on it, or they going to at least be with a long-term try to be in a committed relationship. I don't think so. You know what I mean? And you can hit me on the back line, or you can leave it in the comments, and you can let me know. I don't think so. I doubt it. Let's talk about this last shit real quick. Let's talk about the WNBA, which I don't watch. They just had the All-Star game, and forget who won, you know what I mean? But she had 33 assists, and she had a crazy... matter of fact, let me give her props. I ain't going to do that to her real quick. Let me look it up real quick, see who won the WNBA All-Star. Who was it? Oh, it's this chick right here. I want to just give her props. Her name is Kelsey Plum. Kelsey Plum, she won. She had a phenomenal game. But people was clowning the award, right? So the thing is this. I thought size didn't matter, but actually it really do. I'm being funny, but I'm not. The WNBA I don't watch. When I was locked up, I watched it, obviously. Nothing, you know what I mean? A lot of niggas is trying to just check out the joints. And you in there with a whole bunch of, you know what I mean, niggas and the correction officers that work there. They're not attractive. So yeah, you'll throw the game on and you'll try to look at the shorts, and I'm just telling you what it is. Out in the free world where you're free to do what you want, I'm not checking for it, and a lot of men don't check for it. But a lot of men don't check for it either because it's a lot of swirly community and alphabets and a lot of that bubblegum shit, and niggas just really don't care for it. So, you know, one of the ladies dunked, and it was a big, big deal. And it's like, this is what men were saying. This was Shaq. Was it Shaq? Or was it, no, I think it was Tracy McGrady. And he was like, if they lower the rim, you'll have more dunks, which would be more highlights. But you know, in the war of men and women, and, you know, it's a war going on outside, anything you do, I can do better. Anything I can do better than you. No, you can't. Yes, I can. So they took offense to that, like, why lower the rim and why do this? And we can play ball just as good as you. Then why is no dunking? Why, when it's one dunk, everybody went crazy? And I remember when Lisa Leslie, I think she is the only one to do it in a regulation game. This is an all-star game, so it's real no defense, etc. The point is, the WNBA loses money every year. The NBA got to subsidize, and pretty much they're funding the WNBA through the money that they make. Is it because the athletes are not as popular? Are they not promoting enough? Are more people not into it? I say a lot of women that I know, they don't watch WNBA either. So the sister code and the woman this and the woman that, if y'all don't support the product, how could the product grow? So you can blame it on the men, but if you're not even supporting, you don't know the stars, you don't know who's who, then it's not gonna go nowhere. But people was clowning the water, like it come out of Jack in the Box, it come out of Frisbee, it come out of Frosted Flakes, and you know, it is what it is. I think for the most, all of them had Brittany Griner 42 jersey. Obviously, she copped out. We waiting to see if Joe Biden is going to go get her, or is she going to stay stuck over there in purgatory and stay in Russia for the next 4 or 5 years. I hope she don't. I mean, as a person that's been locked up, I only can imagine what it's like to be locked up in Russia, to be locked up in Mexico, or somewhere else where you're not on U.S. soil. You're like, oh, they don't give a fuck that you're a U.S. citizen, and we do things different around here. You know what I mean? So I hope she come back. Obviously, the video that they showed, she looking wide-eyed like this, looking like that was a sign. So all of them was trying to represent, and hopefully that does something. The thing is, do you care, fool? You know what I mean? The people that watch my channel, are you into the WNBA? If not, why? If so, why? If you are, what we missing out on? What do you think they can do better to better promote it? So that's all I got for tonight. Monday motivation, motivational Monday. I am your motivational speaker. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, smash the notification bell. You already know what it is. Y'all was just tuned in. Popovich, that's me. Popovich TV, that's my show. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling back up in here one more year. Yeah, kid.